Thank you for turning to page 121. Welcome to page 121. This is just a little recap of a game I ran last night involving an orc stockade, some ghouls in a cave, and not many player characters. The idea behind the game was the player characters were part of an estate that had been having some trouble with orcs. This is in southwestern Furiandi. So they decided to strike out and see if they could find the orc encampment. They did. Many orcs at the encampment, on the order of 50 plus. So the player characters tried to decide what to do. They had sent a rider for some reinforcements, but it would be about 4 days before the reinforcements would get there, and the orcs were seeming as if they were going to be departing for some raids on a nearby thorp. So the players decided they had to do something. So they debated various plans. They drew some of the orcs off this bridge I have set up as a nice choke point. I described the river as having a very swift current and very dangerous to cross without using the bridge. So they lured some up here and were able to take them out a little bit at a time, but it was too little and not quick enough. So the next plan they came up with involved a very sneaky druid. The druid decided that what he would do is he would get as close to the camp as he could without being seen, stash himself away in a tree, and bring down a couple of call lightnings. Third level druid, he does have access to the spell. He said, heck yeah, let's do it. So, hidden in his tree, he brought down his call lightnings, used them to destroy the gate of the palisade, and then took out one of the tents, and then for good measure said, hey, I don't like ghouls, so he whacked some of the ghouls. This demoralized the orcs quite a bit. Their leader was still there, their shaman was still there. Shaman's sitting right there, playing his little drum. So the orcs, that's the shaman with his drum. There he is. The orcs decided that they would continue with their plans under their leader. So the party again was able to bait some of the orcs up here by posing as adventurers who stumbled on it onto the orc encampment and tried to flee. The orcs that followed them up into the light scrub here found themselves ambushed. So all the while the party was trying to figure out what to do. This was a third level party with a fighter, a ranger, a magic user, a druid, and a thief. And no real magic to speak of. So they had to kind of use their wits in this one. They were very outclassed physically with all the orcs, but they were able to outplan the orcs, which is ultimately what I was counting on. I'm going to come around to this side so we can see a little bit. So what they decided to do was wait again for a day, have the druid get his call lightning again, strike once more on the orc stronghold. This time he actually managed to strike the middle tent, this one here, and took out the orc leader. Once the orc leader was gone, a few more lightning bolts, took out the shaman, and then he had one more lightning bolt and he just took out a clump of orcs with that. Their morale had shattered. Many of them started fleeing up here to be met with web, entangle, and sleep. The party was able to effectively break the back of the orc enclave and send them packing. The only other combat that was left for the night is there was still a ghast, the guy standing in the cave, to be dealt with. He paralyzed the group thief, but was able to be taken down by the rest of the party. So it's just a fun little low-level game. Some of my favorite D&D is low-level. Presented a lot of logistical challenges for the player characters that they overcame very beautifully. And accolades to the druid. Roy, you know who you are. You absolutely blew up my stockade very nicely with a couple of very well played call lightnings. So that a lot of fun game last night, and we'll be playing again probably next week. I don't know what game yet. So that's it from page 121. I just wanted to show you the little recap. I may do a review of the palisade here. That's actually a goblin palisade from WizKids. But I may do a review of that sometime down the line. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on page 121. Well, that closes the book on another episode of page 121. Please leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.